Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Hover on Hoof Pigs. Today I've got an amazing review for you. I've been using this piece of equipment now for a good 6 months and I've just found it to be an absolute game changer in my reloading process. It's one of those things that as a reloader we all kind of and ah about whether or not to invest in and the use within the process, but for me it's been a godsend and really enabled me to kind of dial in that extra bit of accuracy downrange. So without further ado, I'm talking about the Derraco Ugly Annealer. Absolutely fantastic piece of kit, boys, and I'll just go into the details now. So in terms of setting up the unit from the box, I'm not going to cover all that information because there's loads of really good YouTube videos already in existence out there that will talk you through that process. I'm just going to talk about the hoofing bit of kit that it is and the problem that it's solved for me. So as we all know, we're all kit pests and we all want the Gucci stuff. But an annealer for me was a bit of a problem because when I tend to buy stuff, I want to buy once, cry once. And obviously the competition out there is a piece of equipment out there that's very, very pricey. And for me, it was just a non-starter. And it also comes with some pros and cons of its own. For me, being stood there individually putting piece of brass in one at a time was again just not appealing, and straight off the bat the Ugly Annealer just ticked that box for me. I can load it all up, fire it up, set the relevant time for it to spin through the system, and then leave it. So it's a fire and forget piece of equipment, which is really good for me. In terms of calibrating it and tuning it to your piece of brass that you're going to use, it's a very straightforward process. Basically, you fire it up, set the correct distance for your burner, because again, mine's a really powerful one for some reason, so I have to have quite a bit of distance. But again, this equipment basically allows you to move it as far enough back as you want to, or bring it forward. You have a series of holes here that you can bring this pivot point forward should you wish, and then you've also got Allen bolts here that you can just slack off, pull through a little bit to give you that little bit of extra fine adjustment. But that setting for me is spot on. And it just allows me to just kind of fine tune it on the hoof, so to speak. It comes with this stand as well, which was really useful. Right, so no further ado, I'm going to fire this bad boy up. And how I set the time for the brass to be exposed to the heat is I'll get it turning and burning, and then I'll turn the lights off. And what I'm going to be looking for is the brass basically to get hot enough just to turn orange in the dark before being released into the cooling tray. If you leave it orange for longer than that split second, you're going to start burning off brass, and obviously that's not desirable. We just want it to get to that temperature where we can just see that it's kind of annealing correctly and releasing all the metallic structures within the brass to give you that soft compound for later on down range when you're full length sized and whatnot. So since incorporating the Ugly into my reloading processes, I've noticed that my standard deviation and extreme spreads have dramatically decreased. If you look back onto my last Reloading 101 video, you'll see the results speak for themselves. Yeah, so I'm just over the moon that I've incorporated this process, and the Ugly's paid for itself within just a matter of a few months. So as you can see there, I've just fine-tuned it to the point where the lip and the neck of the brass just starts to glow orange, and then I release it. For me, I found that to be optimum. It's just enough to work the neck and the shoulder of the case. And then I choose to let them cool down naturally. So as I mentioned previously, when I was surveying the landscape for an appropriate annealer, I came across lots of different alternatives, some ranging in price from expensive to similar price point as the Ugly. However, I was just immediately drawn to the fit, form, function of the Ugly Annealer. It's very aesthetic, it's nice, tall and slender, and it can just be stowed away easily and doesn't take up too much room on the workbench. In terms of what it does everything exceptionally well. I like the fact that it's basic and it's simple, and you can just turn that bad boy on, fire it up and get cracking straight away. There's no pedantics with software or file versions, it's just simplicity in itself. Turn the burner on, set the appropriate rotation speed, and you're off to the races. It ships as well with the 5 extra caliber inserts that you can see there, ranging from 223 all the way up to 50 BMG if you're lucky to have such a weapon. But it's just a fantastic piece of equipment, and I'm really thoroughly made up with it. And I just love watching that brass shoulder just turn as the annealing takes place. It's just absolute thing of beauty. So there you have it, the Ugly Annealer. For me, it's just been an invaluable bit of kit, and for the longest time I kind of pull it off. But once I saw the Ugly Annealer solution, I just knew it was right for me. It's a sensible price. It's fire and forget. You can literally just load that bad boy up, set it up to run the exposure time you want it to anneal the brass, and just leave it to do its thing. Time is precious while reloading, as we all know. It's very labour intensive, so to be able to just do that and go on to another job is priceless for me. In my early days of reloading as well, I was kind of inquisitive of the point of annealing, and after probably about 7 or 8 firings of my brass, I did notice when I was reloading that the inner neck dimensions would fluctuate with the spring back once I'd full length sized and mandrelled them, and I was always kind of wondering whether or not the annealing process would rectify that issue, and so far so good for me. It's provided more consistent neck tension and more consistent inner diameters for me. So in this game, as we all know, consistency is everything. So hats off to Ugly Annealer, hats off to Derraco. The UK guy, Martin, is absolutely fantastic. I can't thank him enough for his patience with this review. He's been ever so forthright. A real pleasure to deal with any issues or any queries. You just text him and he gets back to you really quickly. And with the other line of Derraco equipment that's coming out, it's a brand to watch. Really good quality, fixes a lot of issues. One I'm keen to get my hands on again will be the kind of seating, the primer seater, which looks really good. And again, for me, I just want to get that consistency going forward with the depth. So I'll be looking to have a go at that soon. I hope you've enjoyed the review. I hope you enjoyed the channel. Please leave a like and subscribe, guys, because it really helps me. Yeah, cheers, boys. Take it easy.